Hey, Cancer. Mel, intuitive coach here. Excited to bring in your August 2025 bonus reading. All right, we are going to look at the sacred shift and divine gift. What needs to be released or even embraced in order for you to fully accept the gift? Basically, what is waiting on the other side of the changes that are occurring here in your world? Cancer, bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful energy here. This is financial success, the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. This can be chosen family. It can be a rich and rewarding career. And for some of you, this is going to be financial stability. This could be something you are creating, maintaining, or even building towards at this time. There is so very much to be grateful for. This is most people's dream here in the material world, to have enough abundance to take care of themselves, to take care of their needs and their wants, and have an overflow to be able to help family, to be of service in some way. And it's showing up here for you. So 10 of Pentacles is also tied to maybe debt or even family drama or possessions or status that can block genuine connections. I feel like you are recreating what stability looks like for you. Some of you could be paying off debt. You are working hard to create a life that feels more well balanced, especially during retirement or later on in life. You may even be looking at investing. I'm getting investing in certain things. Maybe it's real estate. Maybe you're investing in a new income source, maybe a new business venture. And for some of you, you may be investing more of your time into family. All right. Investments are showing up. So let's dive in here, Cancer, and take a look at the messages coming through from your spiritual helpers. You have Faith coming in strong. She brings with her humanity and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. That can be difficult to do at times, especially when the news broadcasts all of the negativity, all of the fears. And I feel like you are trying to stay away from external noise that drains you, that limits you, or causes you to sink into that energy of fear or anxiety. I feel like you're trying to focus more on uplifting and inspiring stories and podcasts. I feel like you are trying to trust in the good of humanity here. You may be guided, Cancer, to help uplift the planet in some way. It could be as small as showing up. It could be as large as, becoming a leader here of a nonprofit organization. I feel like you are being called at this time to maybe activate that throat chakra, self-expression, communication, and being able to use your story potentially to help others. You have Master Buddha. I love Master Buddha. He brings in increased awareness, deep connection. You are being guided to trust in your inner voice. You are highly spiritual. You are highly intuitive. Some of you may even have Buddha statues around your home, or perhaps the head of Buddha may show up, while you are out and about, or it could even be when you're at a class or a workshop or at a yoga studio. So pay attention, because I feel like you are being asked to focus on being present. Whenever Buddha shows up for you, maybe it's online, maybe it's through social media, wherever Buddha shows up, you are being asked to stay present, because your awareness is being increased in that moment, or within, it feels like hours of the time of this happening or occurring for you. Now, other signs that may show up, it feels like you are seeing shapes. I'm getting like sacred geometry. For some of you, that is going to show up. You may have like tattoos of shapes on your body. I know that sounds, maybe it's like tribal symbols or signs. Some of you could be activating your third eye through certain shapes. Let me know. Drop it in the comment section below if sacred geometry has been showing up for you. That could be another sign with Buddha. Now you have Radha. She brings in with her soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. And you do have that 10 of Pentacles. So if there is or was any dynamics around possession or material status that had blocked genuine connections, I feel like that's what you are, working through at this time, because you are someone who fosters genuine connections. I feel like you don't want surface level Cancer. When you go deep, and you want intimacy, you want vulnerability, but you want that spiritual connection between you and your friends, you and your partners, your lovers, your family. You want there to be that level of trust. And maybe that hasn't always been the case. Some of you may have gone through an experience where you may have felt like you lost a part of you. I'm also getting a bit of shamanism here. Maybe some of you practice shamanism. Maybe soul revival is coming in here. Some of you could hear drums or like listen to drumming. I am hearing that in your energy. So paying attention to the drums, or maybe even go on YouTube and type in shamanic drumming. Maybe some of you are a part of a drumming circle, or even like a sound bath that has drums. It feels like that could help you recenter in some way, help you increase your awareness in some way. So let's dive in to your reading. What does your higher self want you to know? What is that voice telling you at this time? You have here, Cancer, the 3 of Ariel. She's the 3 of Pentacles showing up, reminding you to do what you love. Right? This is a time for great personal growth in your career or your artistic endeavors. This is also a wonderful time to collaborate, to network, to put yourself out there. Maybe join a new community. This could be an artistic community, an educational community, maybe a spiritual community. And I feel like you are being called to pursue something that you love, participate. And as I mentioned, it doesn't matter if your presence is as small as showing up or as large as becoming the leader of this group, because what matters is you are there. You are actively participating in this energy. And it says here, working with others in a cooperative or even collaborative manner. So I feel like your higher self wants you to open up to experimenting here. You may be really growing through experimentation or opening up your creative talents. And because storytelling is showing up, some of you could be like podcasters. Some of you could be writing a book. I feel like your creative talents are really shining through at this time. There's a lot of magic flowing into your reading today. So I feel like you could even be activating some of those inner child dreams of yours. Maybe even participating in events that you have enjoyed as a child, or maybe it's a dream that you've had. Whether you have fulfilled it or not, it feels like you are opening yourself up to having more joy, having more fun, more play, more curiosity in your life. Now, some of you could be an individual who wears many different hats. Sometimes the 3 of Pentacles can be like the Jill or the Jack of all trades, where you have a lot going on. You may be creating multiple things at this time. So as long as you are feeling good, this revitalizes you instead of drains you, and then of course, continue on that path. But if you need to ask for help or guidance, or maybe focus your energy on maybe 1 or 2 things instead of many at this time, that may be called that may show up in your life. Now, let's take a look at the block or even the blind spot. Sometimes this can be ego, or it can be the external noise. You have the 10 of Raphael, which is the 10 of cups. So you have two of the most powerful tens showing up in your reading. And what this tells me is some of you may have felt stuck when it comes to family engagements, or even being in a career that emotionally fulfills you. When the 10 of cups is a block, I feel like you've been reflecting on your relationships, or you've been doing the reflecting of what truly makes me happy, right? What is it that I enjoy? What is it that I wanted to do when I was a child? Or what would I do if money were no obstacle? So I see that a lot of you have been reflecting on what emotionally fulfills you, because there's been a bit of a disconnect is what I'm sensing here. And there's been a disconnect maybe because of what you have seen displayed in the world around you, or how you were brought up. It feels like there may be missing pieces here of a family dynamic. Maybe you've witnessed divorce at a young age, or mother or father is no longer in your life. Someone could have been ostracized here, maybe a sibling, and it just feels like this may be something that you really want. You want that community, you want that tribe, and I see that there is a love and blessing wanting to show up here, or will show up in your world. This is about harmonious relationships. You know what I'm getting here for you, Cancer? It feels like some of you are going to have chosen family. And it could be through like a best friend and you really love their family, or this could even be maybe a marriage or a partnership that you are either in or you're part of. And it feels like that could be a blended family that comes together. Or if you are currently in a partnership, maybe external family or external factors, maybe stepchildren or mother-in-laws, father-in-laws, maybe that has been an issue for some of you. For others of you, this is just something you're craving. You want this dynamic to play out in your life. Nonetheless, though, it is showing up as a bit of a blind spot. And there could even be family members that you don't trust, right? Maybe you're like, Mel, I don't know if I can work together with them. It doesn't feel like they are being a good team player. It feels like I am the one wearing many different hats, many different roles. And that's why you have this increased awareness here. You're being asked to trust in that inner voice, because something is unfolding here for you. And it looks like there's more stability coming in around some of these choices that are being made. So let's take a look at the mirror. How is this being reflected in your life? The Eight of Pentacles. Look at the Pentacles showing up here. The Eight of Pentacles is beautiful because it is showing up as excellent work. You are someone who takes pride in your work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So some of you could be going back to school. Some of you may be learning a new skill set, taking a class, a course, or a workshop. That could be where you meet and connect with new friends, a new tribe, potentially new love if that's something you are seeking. And I also am seeing here some of you putting a lot of energy and momentum into a relationship or a partnership. Maybe you don't feel like others are doing the same, but that could shift here for you in the month of August as, you increase this awareness, as you are trusting in yourself, trusting in others. I feel like you are coming to this point where you're rediscovering something that's been missing, right? Rediscovering maybe that flame between you and another. And I feel like you're willing to work on it here. Maybe this is about you working on yourself, your own self-development, so you can rediscover that part of yourself that it's felt like it's been missing for a little while. You're not afraid of hard work. Some of you may even be in a life path. number 8, or you may be in a personal year number 8. I'm also getting, of course, the 8 with the 8th month. Now, the 8th of August could be significant. That's the 8-8 portal. So pay attention, because the veil is thin. Your awareness is heightened, and you are making changes accordingly. So what is being mirrored to you is that there is some sort of additional education or training that is required of you stepping into that 10 of Pentacles. So I like this. Some of you could even be going on like a writer's retreat, yoga's retreat. It could even be some sort of, I even heard ayahuasca. Okay, maybe some of you are experimenting with plant medicine. Maybe you've been called to sit with Mother Aya. Perhaps you are learning through a book even. Maybe you are sitting down with a book and you are taking notes. Maybe you're teaching yourself in some way. And I feel like you want to do this to become a better version of you, to become a better spouse, a better friend, a better, coworker, a better boss. It just feels like you're leveling up here. That is what is being reflected in your life. Now, what is the shift? What needs to be released or embraced? The Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is about action. It's time to take action here. Great passion for a cause. There's the humanity. I got to say this, Cancer, some of you are called to really activate that humanitarian energy. Going back to life paths, if you are a life path number 9, right? I feel like, that's the life path of the humanitarian, but you are being called here to, activate this energy because you are fighting for a cause. There's something here that is worth learning, worth growing, worth investing. Remember that word investing that came up? This shift has to do with instinctively knowing what to do. You are someone who is confident. So if you're not feeling confident, this is the time to reach in. Give yourself 60 seconds of confidence, right? It requires 60 seconds of confidence here to make that choice, say yes, sign up for it, make that call, book that trip, whatever it is that you have been wanting to do, give yourself 60 seconds of confidence. That's what I'm hearing for you. That's all you need, because you are courageous. And once you do this, there's going to be this charismatic, enthusiastic energy that follows. And I absolutely feel like you are being guided to take action here. Now, what needs to be released? I feel like it's lack of confidence. That's why I'm getting the 60 seconds. So that's a big deal. There's something here about you helping, you activating, you uplifting through this awareness. You are fighting for a cause, whatever that cause is in your own life. Let's take a look at the gift. What's waiting on the other side of this? If you take action, if you step boldly into this, this is also about moving towards your curiosities, and success lies within perseverance and dedication. So whatever you are devoting yourself, dedicating yourself to when it comes to this shift, what's on the other side of this? Yes, there may be uncertainty. You have the moon, but when the moon shows up as a gift, this is about truth. It says here, the opportunity to improve your plans. This is going to help your situation out. Whatever this action you are taking is, it will help you improve your circumstances, your relationship, your finances, your health. But you are being asked to not pause, right? Don't procrastinate here. Now is the time to move forward and embrace uncertainty. And that's hard to do. I know. That's why we look to these readings, right? We want understanding. We want clarity. It says, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. That is exactly what you are doing. You are facing these fears and you are growing stronger. You are wise. You are more mature. I feel like embracing this uncertainty is going to help you find that missing piece. Remember, going back to soul flame here, rediscovering that lost part of yourself. There it is. 60 seconds of confidence. That is all you need here. And what is your outcome? Cancer, your outcome is the Page of Raphael, the Page of Cups. This is beautiful. The Page of Cups as your grounded action or mindset that you are carrying forward. This is a new emotional situation. This could be a message regarding a relationship, a social invitation, but it's also about great intuitive insights. And I have a feeling this is going to bring up a new emotional experience that you haven't felt for quite some time. For some of you, this is going to be a new relationship. For others of you, this is stirring up something quite magical within your creative talents, your career, right? Your business. And this is also about you falling in love with yourself again, falling in love with life. The Page of Cups is bringing in this gentle, loving, dreamy, and even open-hearted energy. So the fact that you are brave enough to move towards here, these fears, and to say, all right, fear, I understand that you are trying to keep me safe. You're trying to protect me. But I am ready to embrace the unknown. I am ready to step through this portal. And some of you, it is the 8-8 portal. I feel so strongly about this. What you could also do regarding an action step here, Cancer, is create a vision board. If you haven't already, I love vision boards. I create a couple of them a year, and typically one is on the 8-8 portal or within, July 26th or so until August 12th when that portal is open. I love to create vision boards. So that may be something you are doing at this time. I would love to hear what is on your vision board. Maybe this is one that you've already created. Drop it in the comment section below. What is it that you would like to see manifesting in your material world? Drop it below. I'll enter you into that free reading giveaway because it feels like it is tied to your legacy. It is tied towards your stability here. And the 10 of Pentacles is showing up here in your reading. Even if it's at the bottom of the deck here, it is about a rich and rewarding life. So that is what I have for you, Cancer. If you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. Lots of love.